What's up guys? Welcome back, and if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Well, I finally did it. After almost 3 years, I finally got back to competing. So I wanted to make this to kind of give you the insight of what goes into powerlifting. What it takes to do a 24-hour weigh-in, the water cut process, and then talk about just the day of and how it goes. Hey, don't forget, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already. Let's get into it. So I competed on a Saturday, December 12th. And so for me, I do a water cut, usually starting that Monday. So Monday and Tuesday, I did 2 gallons of water each day. On Wednesday, a gallon. On Thursday, only half gallon in the morning. Friday, I weigh in at 9 a.m. So that gives me about 20 to 21 hours of no food, no drink. Now the goal for this is to weigh in as light as possible because your overall score is dependent upon your weight. So I did a water cut a couple times when I competed at nationals, but this time it just did not go as well. I felt like on Thursday, I just really could not lose the water. I was doing the typical things, spitting in a bottle, taking hot baths, and I just was not losing water weight at all. I think from maybe 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., which I went to the gym during that time and did cardio, I lost 1.5 kilos, which is about 3.5 pounds. I took another hot bath when I got back. I lost maybe 2.5 kilos, 3 kilos, and it just was not feeling good. So I made the decision Thursday night to bump up a weight class from the 67.5 kilo class, which is 148 pounds, up to the 75 kilo class, which is 165. So not only is it important to cut your weight down, but it's even more important than to rehydrate and replenish them the next day. So on Friday, I weighed in at 9 a.m. It was about 10 o'clock before I got out of there, and I had my Gatorade and water. I was able to drink that, no problem. I had some leftover pasta then after that, and then for lunch I got some Chinese, some rice. Just really trying to get as much sodium and carbohydrates as I can get in so I can get my weight back up. That night we went to Italian and got pasta, so I was really able to carb load that day. Going into the meet itself, I had really good training. Once I started peaking, the first 2 weeks went great. The week right before my meet, it was pretty bad. So I hit my second squat the week out. It may be a little borderline high, but overall moved pretty well. And then I attempted what would be my second deadlift, or was going to be, and it was just not moving at all. Twice I got it up to just past my knees, and I just could not lock it out, which usually is not something I struggle with on sumo, but that was just the troubles of the day. Fixed my technique up a little bit and thought it'd be good to go for the meet. A few days later, I went to bench and had a couple breakdowns in communication. I got a lot of static hold in that day, so that was good training for that. So going into the meet, I had my numbers ready. I knew what I wanted to hit. I went with my opener as planned for squat. I was able to hit it decent. The speed was there. The technique was borderline garbage. Kind of just forgot how to squat. It seemed like during my warm-ups, everything just felt heavy on my back. So I went for my second, which was 463 pounds or 210 kilos, and I more or less just went down and didn't really come back up with it. Kind of just forgot where parallel was, and my brain was not thinking, and just things were not moving well. Went for that again on my third.
Let's go, push it!
And was able to hit it. Finally was able to wake up after that. I was just feeling so tired the whole time. This meet was moving extremely slowly. I think it was about 3.5 to 4 hours before I was able to bench. So on bench, I lowered my opener just a little bit by 2.5 kilos because again, just things were not feeling great warming up. So for my second, I went for 330. Bring it out, press it. It was slow, but it wasn't too bad. I've had much slower. Wasn't really feeling super confident. I was just trying to bump my total up as much as I could and be safe with it at the same time. So I only went up 2.5 kilos, and I probably got a good inch off my chest, and I realized I was not going to get this up. So ended up failing that one. So at this point, I am 4 for 6. And just not having a great day. So again, the meet's just taking forever. It's another 3.5 to 4 hours or so before I start deadlifting. This is feeling good. Warm-ups are feeling good. So I left my opener for this one as is. Was able to hit it, but I was very much on my toes the whole time. So I'm standing at lockout, just ready to fall forward, and just praying that the head judge is going to give me the down command. Unfortunately, he did before I fell. So I bump up to 540. 545 is what I struggled with the week out. I thought, get my issues together, should be fine, good to go. 540 moves off the ground real quickly, but again, I'm so far forward that it gets about halfway, and I take a step forward and just drop the weight. They call my name again. I'm going for my third deadlift, and everything's feeling fine. I'm lifting in about 3/4, maybe 90, up to 90% of the way there, and all of a sudden I feel it go, and I dropped the weight. I was not able to get it. I looked down and 2 of my fingers were tore. Pretty good sized chunks ripped off both of them, and then my quad also got scraped up from the bar, landing on the way down. After that point, once I finished, I kind of just hung back. I knew that I did not give my best performance, but I knew I gave it all that I had. Technique-wise was off on almost everything, but so although I didn't have my best day that I was really hoping for as an athlete, as a coach, I feel like I had a phenomenal day. One of my athletes I've been working with, his name is Dawson, and he's just a hard-working kid. He had a couple of those rookie mistakes of jumping commands, but at the end of the day, he was able to deadlift 501, which he has never attempted before, and that was kind of his goal for us. It was just a really cool experience as a coach, see all the work that we have both put in over the past year come to fruition. So as an athlete, not my best day, but as a coach, very, very rewarding. After every meet I compete in, I always kind of reflect on my training beforehand, where I feel like my weak points are and what I want to do going forward. So obviously moving up the next weight class, probably time I actually start eating a bit. So fortunately, we just moved to our house back in May, and we have a nice sized basement that is unfinished. So my wife and I have been working on getting that finished, and we'll put our gym down there. So pretty soon the days of having to go to the gym are going to be gone and be able to just walk downstairs into our gym. We have about 900 pounds of plates right now that we got from Rogue. We got an ER equipment, squat and bench rack combo. And then right now we also have a Texas deadlift bars. So once the gym is built, definitely gonna be able to do a lot more videos down there. Planning on incorporating some more physical therapy stuff, kind of give you guys a little bit of that rehab as well as strength training type of videos. I know this video has been a little different from what I've been doing in the past, and hopefully you guys get a little insight to what I've been up to and kind of just get to know me a little bit better. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button if you can. I'd really appreciate that. I know it was, that was loud. As a, get your